Hello, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you're doing? And welcome to the live watch along between Iran and New Zealand in the World Cup, guys. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing fine. Thank you so much for joining me this very early morning where I am, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing fine. Thank you, guys. Before I start, don't forget to smash a like on the video. Don't forget to put your notifications on. All that jazz. That'd be absolutely fantastic. The players are out on the pitch right now. We're just doing the national anthems and all that. Let me get through the actual lineups for you guys. I'm going to get through that right away, if you don't mind. Let me just get through this. Let me just share this screen with you. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate everyone, the diehards who've joined me today. Of course, I really appreciate that. Let's get into the action then in regards to this. Now, in regards to the teams. Now, these are the two sides, guys. These are the two sides, Iran and New Zealand. In regards to Iran, we got Byron Van. Guys, he's in goal. He plays for a team called Tractor. There you go. We've got Mohammadi as a left back. He plays for Persepolis. Guys, we've got Mohamed Mahobi. He plays for Rostov in Russia. We've got Salman Godos. He plays for Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia. We've got Saeed Ezzat Tolahi. He plays for Shatab Al Ali in Dubai. We've got Arya Yusuf. He plays for Separan. We've got Sharia Mangolo. He is a striker. We've got Mehdi Taremi, who is their star player, who plays for Olympiacos. We've got guys, absolutely. That is their star player. Let me just say, we've got Surya Manganalu, who plays for Al Ittihad. Yeah, there you go. So the main player for Iran is Mehdi Taremi. He's the guy that we're the legend in Iranian football, playing for Olympiacos at the moment. That's the Iranian team. So Taremi is the main man there. In regards to New Zealand, we've got Max Crockham, who plays for Millwall in England. Guys, let me just get this sorted out. We got Payne, Tim Payne, who plays for Wellington Phoenix. We got Sermon, who plays for Portland. Guys, we've got Boxall, who plays for Minnesota in the USA. He's a centre back as well, the left back. We got Liberto Kakashi. He plays for Wrexham in Wales, England, should I say. We got Marco Stamenic. He plays for Swansea in England. He played for Bell. He plays for Viking, guys, Viking there. We got Elijah Just. He plays for Motherwell in Scotland. We've got Singh. We've got Surpreet Singh. He plays for Wellington Phoenix on loan. We've got Callum McCower, actually Sickleberg, he plays for at the moment. And we got obviously Chris Wood, who plays for Nottingham Forest. Those are the two teams. In regards to the substitution, guys, in regards to the substitutes, if we got the substitutes, here we go. Hussein Hossani, Payem Nesmand, Daniel Nizeri, Aiza Haj Safi, Hussein Kanani, Saleh Hardani, Amir Mohamed Razjinia, Daniel Ecker, Dennis Ecker out of the blue, Mehdi Tarabi, Mohamed Gobani, Rosebear Chesmi, Ali Alipour, Areza Jahan Bahash, Hassan Zadeh, Mehdi Gaidi. And in regards to New Zealand, Alex Paulson, Michael Wood, Benjamin Old, Callum Elliott, Francis De Vries, Nando Pinchia, Tommy Smith, Tyler Binden, Alex Rufer, Legend Bayliss, Ryan Thomas, Ben White, Jesse Randall, and Costa Barreras. Guys, that is the two sides. I hope everyone's doing well this morning or this evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined me today. I appreciate you for this one. I really appreciate you. You are the diehards, of course. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today for this watch along. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing fine. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Stretford Post. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to smash a like on the video. Put your notifications on. All that jazz will be absolutely brilliant. Really appreciate you all. This should be a very interesting game. Look, it's a very emotional game because at the moment I'm living in the Middle East. So obviously I've been connected to this whole Iran thing over the last year or so, over the last few months, I'll say 4 or 5 months, and it has been crazy. So it's interesting to see this game, of course, pan out. It is two teams that are very, very similar, of course, guys, absolutely. But what I would say is that, yeah, hopefully for a good game, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm thinking 1-1 at the moment, guys. That's what I'm thinking. Bear me a second. Big up, everyone. So thank you, everyone who's decided to join me this morning. I really appreciate it. It's a great to have you on board, guys. It really is. Hope everyone is having a great day. Get your predictions in. But get your predictions in. Let me know what your scores are. Let me know what you think the score is going to be. Is it Iran? Look, I would say that Iran are a very good side. Having seen the draw yesterday in this group, it does give both of these teams an opportunity to qualify, a better opportunity to qualify. If one of these teams win, they're in the driving seat straight away. I mean, I would say they should be both going for this game. They should be both trying to win this game, both try and fight tooth and nail to get to get the 3 points and take advantage and take the lead in this group. Basically, I would say definitely. That's what I would say about that. But yeah, smash a like, guys, on the video if you don't mind. Smash a like on the video. If you guys can smash a like, that'd be brilliant. Let's get up to 50 likes. See if we can get up 50 likes this morning. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Special like for Stretford Post. We're up early in the morning, 5 in the morning, watching this World Cup game, of course, World Cup group stage, of course. So yeah, we're in it. We're in it to win it, guys. That's it, absolutely, definitely. And hopefully, I just wish the best team to win today, and that's what I want. To be honest with you. It is a very, very important game, of course, in regards to like just basically letting football win. Let football do the talking. That's what it's all about. I've got my coffee. I'm ready. We're just letting our football do the talking. Let the football do the talking, of course. Of course, the stadium is the Los Angeles Stadium in Los Angeles. Believe it or not, it is the Los Angeles Stadium that they're playing at today. We're still waiting for kickoff. Of course, the kickoff is taking a little bit of time. Obviously, they do delay it here. It does get a little bit late, but we are nearly underway in this game, guys. We are nearly underway. Hopefully, we'll be underway in a jiffy, guys. In a jiffy, we'll be underway. Absolutely. Little huddle there from the crowd, from the Iranian players against New Zealand. The manager Amir Galendi, he is the Iranian manager. In regards to New Zealand, the manager of New Zealand is Darren Baisley. He's the manager of New Zealand, guys. Look, both of these teams are, in my opinion, incredibly underrated. Both of them, I think they're both going to surprise a couple of people. I watched New Zealand against England just about a week ago, and I thought they were very good in that game. I thought New Zealand were very good. Anyway, New Zealand kick off. New Zealand went All Black. The All Blacks, as they do, they're called in historically in rugby. They're called the All Blacks, isn't they? So here we go. We're underway, guys. We're underway. The game is underway. Let's go and let's see if this game lives up to the bidding, of course, guys. Absolutely. Anyway, Iran are kicking off from left to right. Here we go. Taremi. Straight away, Iran are on the attack. New Zealand are holding back there. Long ball there. And it's headed away by New Zealand. Picked up on the left-hand side by Yusufi. Yusufi passes it back to Mohammadi. Mohammadi takes it back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper, Bayravand, guys, he's the goalkeeper. Passing it back to Mohammadi there. Long ball. Look, obviously this is a massive game for Iran. I mean, there we go. Iran are in here. That looked like a foul. I'm not sure, but they're in here again. Here is the right winger, Mahabi. And New Zealand managed to get it away. Very, very frantic start from here. Makawa, a very frantic Payne here on the right hand side. Sermon, Boxwell, Stamanic is Boxwell now. And guys, look, this is New Zealand need to settle down a little bit. Obviously, a very exciting, frantic start from New Zealand. They kicked it out into touch. A little bit nervous from New Zealand, if you ask me, straight away. They've got a lot of experience in their sides. A lot of their players play across the board, across Europe, of course. So yeah, there's a little bit of too nervousness, but I'm a little bit surprised by. But yeah, look, big up, Danny B. How you doing, my friend? Are we doing well? Sal, you are doing this live stream while you should be asleep. I should be, Gregory, but the dedication. You know what? It's sleeping. It's giving in. At the end of the day, we have to do the watch. We have to do the business. We have to do every game, of course. We try and do as many games as we can. I ain't going to do every game, of course, but I'm going to try and do as many games as I can. But I'm up early most of the time, Gregory. I am up early most of the time. During the week, definitely, I'm up early. I'm up early during the week. So yeah, it's a pleasure to do this watch along and to watch these two sides and get to know. This is what I do early in the morning. This is how I get the Man United news. About 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll get the Man United news. I ring my person. He tells me the Man United news, and I bring in the Man United news to the masses, of course, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bear me a second, guys. Big up, everyone. New Zealand finally starting to settle down a little bit on the right-hand side. They're in the attack here. Finally starting to settle down. Yeah, that was a frantic start there. They got a little bit excited, New Zealand, and were giving away the ball and whatnot. But yes, guys, don't forget to smash a like. Let's see how many likes we can get this morning. And big up everyone, the legends that have joined me today. Danny B up. What are you guys doing up so early? My goodness me. You guys are worse than me. Anyway, here come Iran. Iran are on the attack here. He cuts in. Whoa, he gave away the ball there a little bit. Not a little bit, very much so. And Taremi is their main player. Taremi is the main guy of Iranian football. He's the one that, makes everything happen. The one who scores all the goals, the one playing for Olympiacos in Greece. You may have seen him. Big up. You may have seen him. Yes, guys. You may have seen him. So playing for Olympiacos in Europe. Of course, I think, are they the biggest club in Greece? Probably are the biggest club in Greece, isn't it? It's not POAK, is it? It is Olympiacos. I think they are the biggest club in Greece, isn't it, guys? Absolutely. Anyway, New Zealand are getting back into the game here. Nice little bit of 1-2 there. Nice 1-2. In regards to, obviously, you got Wood up front, who plays for Nottingham Forest. Very good striker, in my opinion. But here comes Iran, lots of space. Or he tried to pick up the man up front. He tried to pick up Taremi. Maybe he had a better option there just to go on the outside, but he tried to getting Taremi in there. Of course, it was Maganlu who had the ball. Here's Iran, though, in the midfield, playing very well and controlled here in the middle of the pitch. Gudos back to Ezzatolahi. Ezzatolahi back to Gudos here. The defense, Khalezade. Namati. Lots of possession. Lots of huff and puff at the moment. I mean, a very quick, frantic start to the game. There you go. The number 23, Razian, who's a left back. Nice little ball there. It's gone all the way out on the left-hand side. We've got a big chance for Iran here. Chance. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. Straight at Baron, the goalkeeper, Crocombe. If that goes any other way, guys, that is a goal, definitely. If that goes anywhere else, that's a goal. It was on the right-hand side, Yusufi, and he smashed it straight at the goalkeeper. Needs to get it more into the corner. Then it would have been something. Big up, Rajat. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hope everyone is blessed in the stream. Hope everyone's having a fabulous day so far, or fabulous evening so far. Welcome aboard, guys. Welcome aboard. I've got 2 watch-alongs today, just to let you know. Obviously, we got a watch-along tonight as well. We'll be doing a watch-along tonight as well. So there's 2 watch-alongs today. As we know, Belgium drew 1-1 yesterday with Egypt. As you know, it was a decent game. It was a decent game. Very 2 teams that cancelled each other out, really. I felt Egypt should have won in the end. Egypt missed a load of chances. But the fact that Egypt and Belgium drew that game does open the door for New Zealand and Iran. If one of these teams win this game, then here comes New Zealand, though. Chance for New Zealand, big chance, goal already for New Zealand. Just the number 11 has scored for New Zealand already. It's 1-0 to New Zealand. It was good play, 1-2 from New Zealand there. But early on, a goal for New Zealand. Very good goal, very good finish. That was broke into the box quite easily, to be honest. Iran won't be happy with that. It was too easy. But he smashed it into the back of the net there. And New Zealand are leading by 1-0, just the number 11 with the goal. It was a long ball from the goalkeeper, Crocombe. It was flicked on. Well played, well controlled by Wood, of course, the Nottingham Forest player. And then, yeah, this is good play for New Zealand, really. It carved them open. Great little chest and taken away from Wood by Just. And it's, I mean, look at Wood here. It was fantastic from Wood. Great play from Wood there. And yeah, it was the initiative was taken by Just and he just smashed it into the back of the net. 1-0 to New Zealand already. Good start to the game. That's exactly what this game needed at the end of the day. 3 draws today, absolutely. Oh yeah, it was a draw today. Was it a draw today in the Saudi Arabian game? Saudi Arabia drew today, of course, as well. Or yesterday from it was kind of yesterday for me, isn't it? 1-1 with Uruguay. That's not a bad result for Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia winning the game all the way up until the 80th minute. It ended up 1-1 between Saudi Arabia and Uruguay. And as we know, Uruguay with Valverde and players like that. It's a very good result for Saudi Arabia. These teams are getting better, guys. You know, they're getting better. But New Zealand, obviously Iran. I mean, I can imagine it must be difficult. Iran, they're staying in Mexico at the moment. After this game, they must leave and go back to Mexico. And yeah, I mean, it must be hell of a lack of preparation for this game. And as we know in football is decided on fine margins, isn't it? No, it's decided on fine margins. And if you ain't got your break and your sleep, you know, New Zealand will be right up for this game. They'll be ready for this game, prepared for this game properly, slept well, and everything like that. But yeah, that's big up everyone though. Smash a like, guys. See how many likes we got. Absolutely. Cape Verde absolutely brilliant yesterday. Got a 0-0 draw against the European champions Spain. Cape Verde, who have got players playing in the 3rd division and 2nd division. Of course, in Portugal, amongst other countries and stuff like that. Just to let you know that Tunisia are looking to appoint Hervé Renard as the new manager during this World Cup. It's a big opportunity for anyone who wants to walk into this World Cup and manage a World Cup team. Of course, Tunisia lost 5-1 to Sweden just the other day with a 40-year-old goalie. Yeah, you know. Fantastic for him. 2nd division in Portugal he plays in. He played Chavez, he plays for in the Portugal. Fantastic. Loved it. That's the beauty of football, Raja. You know, the beauty of football. You know what I mean? That's what football I love, you know. You never know in football. You might get an opportunity when you least expect it. I know people have been playing non-league who work in other jobs, you know, and they end up playing Man United and Liverpool and they're playing semi-pro, right? And they end up playing Man United and Liverpool and playing against the players that they idolize. You know, that happens in football, only in football. Raja, Amram going to AC Milan. Good luck to Ruben Amram. I really do think he's going to do well there. Massive club, AC Milan, of course, one of the biggest clubs in the world. 7 European Cups. They haven't won. They've been underachieving for many years. AC Milan. If Ruben Amram brings them back to the top, then you know what I mean. He deserves his credit. Absolutely. Creeping. What's going on? The World Cup has become the National Carling Cup. There you go. Absolutely. Who are big up Alien Dude? Who are you supporting? I'm supporting whoever plays the best football. That's it. No, may the best team win. That's all I say. May the best team win. That's all I would say. Yeah. No allegiances. I support England. I'm from England, so I support England. Alien Dude. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, but so far it's a good game in my opinion. New Zealand a flying start. Well, Iran had a great start, but then New Zealand have come with a sucker punch just now. That was a great finish, though, by Just, the number 11. But I do like this. I do like Wood, who plays for Nottingham Forest. Is I would say this, right. This might sound a little bit controversial. This is a Manchester United channel, of course, but I actually think he's a good player, Wood, and I wouldn't mind bringing him into Man United as a backup striker. Here come New Zealand again. This could be 2-0 if they're not careful. No, it's gone out. Singh with the opportunity. Yeah, look, I wouldn't mind bringing him in. He's so good. He holds up the ball well and stuff like that. Gregory, I'm in no position to do, but Sal, would you question the German national team player selection? Why? Why would I question the national team players? They played well. They won 7-1. I think they'll be happy with that. You mean the German national team player selection? No, I think they played well, Germany. I don't know why I would question that. In what aspect, Gregory? Who would you pick? What do you think is the controversial selection there? What you have to remember is that it's a game where Germany are expect. Oh, here we go. It's well cleared away by Iran again. Iran are starting to fluster a little bit. Yeah, New Zealand are getting into the game. They are starting to dominate this game. You know, I do rate New Zealand very highly. They shocked me against England the other week in the friendly. They did shock me, but here they go on the right hand side. They can get the ball into the box here. The number 2 cross comes in, cleared away, well cleared away. Another header. It's going to be offside, and it's blasted away there. 13 minutes gone. 1-0 to New Zealand. Alien Dude, I support Man United as well. Do you think we can hijack Tonali for Spurs trips? It has been talking a lot a bit today. You know what, Alien Dude? Do you know what will happen if Man United, and I've got some big news at, 7 a.m. UK time. Join me for that one, guys. I'm going to call someone. There's some big news coming in regards to Tonali. What I would say is that if Spurs, Man United have already agreed personal terms with Tonali. Do you know that? They actually went to Milan. A few of the Man United entourage and agreed personal terms. The deal was done, but Man United can't afford the fee. It's as simple as that. But Tottenham will pay it. So what begs the question here? My biggest question would be, how come Spurs, who are not in Europe or anything, can afford the fee, but United can't? You know? Bear me a second, guys. That would be my biggest question. Here come New Zealand again. Wood, he completely missed the ball. Wood, of all players. My goodness me. Creeping Death, what's going on? It's good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. If you could introduce one rule to football for make it more exciting, what would you be? For example, more than 5 passes back was free kick. There's a couple of things I would do. I would say that if a player gets like a foul, like a red, like let's say, instead of sending a player off for a professional foul, right? For example, like if a player gets sent off, instead of sending the player off, they should have 5 players who come off the pitch, or let's say both teams. No. What I would say is that instead of ruining the game and sending the player off, for 2 minutes, the opposition team have to play without a goalkeeper. How about that? We have a period in the game where there is no goalkeeper. Anyway, here come Iran. Good chance for Iran. He's got it. Taremi again. Taremi, of course, their main player on the left-hand side. He's cut it back, and it's going to be a throw into Iran. Raja, only one that is debatable is Leroy Sano, who takes his spot. Musiala and works already. But this is the thing, though, isn't it? They were playing Carousel. I don't think they really necessarily felt that they were going to be troubled. They weren't. Obviously, they had a little bit of a scare with the goal. But I don't think that. I mean, at that game there, I can understand why they would drop a few players. Obviously, Florian Wirtz would be playing and stuff like that. I actually felt Florian Wirtz played well when he came. Musiala did, guys. But I felt that Germany. Oh, here come Iran again. This is this game could be anything. I didn't predict it. I could think it'd be 3-3 this game. We do need a goal scoring game like that, like a 3-3 draw or something like that. Definitely, but. Yeah. The 2-year retired goalkeeper being trusted back into the World Cup. Yeah, but that's fairy tale stuff, isn't it? Do you think Nathaniel Banner is going to Bayern Munich? Looking like, yes, he's going to Bayern Munich, I think. Bayern Munich sweep up all the talent in the Bundesliga, unfortunately. Man United are going to miss out on a very good player again. I mean, what do we do? What are we doing here? It's just driving me mad. Every time I turn around, we're missing out on players. That's a penalty. That looked like a penalty to me on Iran. He pushed him down. That looked like a penalty. Yeah, that's clumsy there. That looked like a penalty, mate. The number 16. Yeah, that's a penalty. You can't push someone down like that when they're in full flow. You can't do that. The number 20 on the floor, that's a penalty. You can't do that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was a penalty. I thought that was a penalty. My goodness me, they need to use their common sense. United can, but there is a big old war, and our club and Lions are draw. But big up, Raja. Maybe I'm a supporting Iranian food. Nah, just troll comment. Big up, big up, big up, everyone. Yeah, Iranian. I hope Iranian do well. I mean, they've done well in other things this year, haven't they? Creeping death. No goalkeeper. Isn't that the rule West Ham used last season? It's true, actually. Big up, creeping death. Maybe offsides for maybe no offsides for about 15 minutes or something like that during the game. Maybe add something like that. I wonder what that would look like. Alien dude, we should be really go 100 million digit if it means we get Tonali midfielders in experience, considering Mate Fernandez comes in. I agree, Alien dude. I absolutely agree with you, my friend. I think Man United do need that experience in midfield, whether it be Tonali or Chiramini or someone like that. I think Tonali would be a very good signing. However, Man United said yesterday they don't want to pay the money, which is surprising because Tottenham already paid the money and Tottenham are not in Europe. And as we know with Daniel Levy is very stingy. And yet he's going to go and buy Tonali. And Man United is going to sit down and watch them do that. What does that do? That basically improves Tottenham. Tottenham are going to end up being a competitor next season, and we're just going to be sitting behind. Do you know what I mean? I would say. I mean, if we got Tonali and Mateus Fernandes, here come New Zealand, good save. Goalkeeper fumbled with it, but he's got it at the second attempt. No, if Tottenham go out and sign Tonali, we go and sign Mateus Fernandes, we've got Edison. You're going to look at it and think, well, have Tottenham got the better midfielder here? And this is the thing. We can't be letting I mean, I know that Tottenham are not our direct rivals, but Tottenham are not playing in Europe next season. They're going to have time in between games. If they go out and sign Tonali, they've got De Zerbi, very experienced, good manager. If they go and sign Tonali, they could challenge for the Champions League spots. We need to improve. This is a time where we can go either there or there. This is a very critical period in the history of Manchester United. You know that? And I really hope that we do something big. Raja, similar the NHL shows when one player goes off pitch like 90 seconds. Like a sin bin, isn't it? Like a sin bin. Make like a rule where goalies can use their hands outside the box. Yeah, but then he'll just run all the way to the goal. And you'll have players trying to rugby tackle him. You know what I mean? Can you imagine a goalkeeper picks up the ball and he tries to run towards the goal and then players are trying to rugby tackle him and all that. Imagine that. Alien dude, hasn't Levi stepped down as their man in charge? He does have the most of the ownership. I'm not sure. I just know that they're a stingy football club. They don't really spend money. They're not one of those football clubs that spend money. Man United are going to get that. Let me just break this down, right? Man United got 191 million for finishing third. Man United get 100 million for the Champions League. That's 290 million already, right? Man United have got 200 million in revenue coming in from shirt sales, etc. Man United season ticket money. We have 70,000 seater stadium. Man United transfers of Rasmus Højlund going out the door for 40 million. Casemiro leaving the football club, 350,000 saved a week on wages. And then you're going to think about maybe Xerxes will leave, and then maybe. Who else is going to leave? Probably Mason Mount might leave, or one of these players might leave. Ugarte is going to leave the football club. Where's our money going? What are we doing? Like, this is what we do, right? We have a budget of 500 million. I know that. I've worked it out. I know how much we pay. I know everything. We have a budget of 500 million minimum, right? And yet we're trying to feed to the fan base that we've only got 250 million. They are scammers. They're scamming every single Man United fan. And there's some people out there, some Man United fans who just love it up. They just love it up and they believe everything they're saying. If Tottenham could sign Tonali, a proper player like Tonali, then why can't we? Here come Iran. Oh, well cut out there by New Zealand. New Zealand on the counter-attack is Wood taking on his man. Yeah, I like Wood. He does remind me a little bit of Sheringham a little bit sometimes, but obviously not as good as Sheringham. Obviously, Sheringham was 1 in a million. Gregory, what did the coffee file police report got? What? Why did the coffee file the police report? It got oh yeah. Oh God, you're funny. This is a coffee. This one got mugged. This one definitely got mugged. The Glazers don't give a flying fuck about United. They care about pockets and Ineos. If they cared about Man United, they wouldn't have purchased Man United. Simple as that. Because they're not doing nothing, Man United. They don't have any aspirations to take Man United fully. Here come Iran. Big chance. Oh, the post. What a strike. but it's off the post. It's no goal, but it was a great strike. It was a great strike. That was a great shot, Antoine. I thought he was going in. He had the man on his left, though. He was free on the left. He had a man on his left. I thought he was going to pick at the man on the left, but what a strike, though. If that went in the back of the net, wow, what a goal. That would have been euphoria, wouldn't it? Scenes, absolute limbs. Peter Carrington, he's just a name same with the same evil, Gregory. But if he goes out there and signs Tonali, what a start for him. What a start. You know, if he goes out and signs Tonali, you know, although the Ineos have been stingy as hell, they are better than the Glazers running things. I don't know, Alien. We don't know. As far as we're concerned, Glazers spend more money than them. You know, I think they're just as bad as one another. I mean, they've got Nice almost relegated in France. They've got Lausanne in Switzerland relegated. I know they got promoted again, but they got relegated. Nice in France, in the French league. How can you get someone relegated in the French league? There's literally only about 5 teams in that league. Well, there's one team, PSG, but dominate everything. Then you've obviously got the other teams, Lille, Marseille, Monaco. How can you get relegated in France? You've got to be run really, really badly. Now, in regards to Ineos, I mean, I've heard all bad things about ever since they came into Manchester United. I've only heard bad things about them. Even before that, people were telling me about how bad they are and stuff like that. And I agree. I mean, anyone who sleeps with the enemy is an enemy. That's what I would say. If they facilitated the Glazers, they gave the Glazers mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. The Glazers, right, were panicking. There was a stage that they were panicking, and they had to sell fully because no one else. Like only a stupid person would have done the Jim Ratcliffe deal. Only an idiot. No power. They haven't got the majority, and they do the dirty work for Glazers. That's what they're doing. They're doing the dirty work for the Glazers. We've got a hydration break here. Team hydration break. 24 minutes gone, guys. It is 1-0 still to New Zealand. Yeah, look, you know, it's crazy when you think about it. You know, they've got a big summer this season because if they couldn't afford Man United, if they couldn't afford to take Man United forward, they should not have bought Man United or purchased Man United. I don't care about a new stadium. It does not tickle me one bit. I'd rather stay at Old Trafford. I'm not interested in new stadiums and stuff. I really not. I'm interested in what happens on the football pitch and lifting trophies. I don't care what happens there. And anyway, we should be moving away from Old Trafford. Real Madrid don't move away from the Bernabeu, and Barcelona don't move away from the Nou Camp. It's all a vanity project, my man. It's a vanity project. They're doing it for ego. You know, they're doing it to build a stadium so they could put the name all over the stadium, you know, all over the hotels and the franchises that come with it. It's just a big ego trip for them. You know, Jim doesn't know anything about Man United, you know. How can you trust someone's judgment when you watch them got bent over in an initial business deal? Exactly. Nobody in their right mind would have done the deal that Jim Ratcliffe did. Only an idiot would do that. And what it doubled down on is that they were not interested in what happens on the football pitch. They were just interested. Jim Ratcliffe was just interested in getting his hands on the football club and just basically having a vanity project for himself. Like that's part of his bucket list, basically, you know. Gregory, the only worse owner than the Glazers is the Premier League, and it's debatable that David Sullivan or West Ham, if you know, you know. Not as bad as the Glazers, because you could argue that David Sullivan actually brought West Ham forward. West Ham have always been a lower club. They've always been in Division 1, Premier League before. They haven't been. He got them a stadium. I know he didn't buy it, but he acquired them a stadium. They won a trophy. West Ham don't win trophies. He's far from the Glazers. Glazers had everything in their power to make Man United an absolute formidable force. They had all the money in the world. They're the worst owners in football ever. They're the worst. Glazers are the worst owners I've ever seen in football. You know, and when they took charge of Man United, right? They got a lot of praise about, oh well, we won the Champions League when the Glazers were there. Do they not understand this? That Sir Alex Ferguson was building a team from 2003 that included Wayne Rooney, that included Cristiano Ronaldo, that included all these players there. He already brought in the Nemanja Vidic, and then he brought in the Nemanja Vidic. He already had Rio Ferdinand there. The nucleus of the team was already there. So when we sold Ronaldo, the Glazers started to expose themselves to what they really are. They took advantage. And what they should have been doing is making Manchester United the biggest, most feared team in the world. You know what I mean? Big up Alien Dude. I agree with your views completely, but people saying that Chinjabi is not a fan is hate mongering. No, he's not a fan. Can I give you evidence? It's not hate. It's not anything. It's just evidence. I know someone who's aware of him. He said he doesn't even like football, by the way. And also, every single Man United fan, if they've been supporting Man United years, Jim Ratcliffe has never been to Old Trafford before he bought the football club. How can a man be a billionaire, support Manchester? I thought that looked like a penalty. Support Manchester United and no evidence, nothing, no little. Oh, that was close again. No evidence to suggest he's a Man United fan. Nothing. Not one photo, not one scarf, not one mug, not one. I'm at Old Trafford. Here's me at Old Trafford 2007. Every one of us have done it. Every one of us have got it. Every one of us who support Man United, he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He's been a billionaire for like 30 years. How can he not have one picture evidence that he's a Man United fan? He was Man United born and bred, right? So why haven't we seen him at Old Trafford before he come to Old Trafford before the purchase? He's not a Man United fan. I'm telling you, because a Man United fan, let me just say this, a Man United fan will not get in the way of a Glazer sale. A Man United fan will not, because they understand. If I couldn't afford Man United, right? Even if I was a rich man, but I knew I couldn't take Man United to the next level. Chance for New Zealand, good save. I knew I couldn't take Man United to the next level. I love Man United. I knew I couldn't take him to the next level. I would step away and let someone else buy Man United. Because if I couldn't afford to put Man United back on the top, I'm not going to put my hands on Man United and you know what, not being able to invest. I'll step aside, right? If I was a Man United fan, right? We have been protesting about the Glazers since 2005. He knows about the Glazers. We had an opportunity to sell, right? And the people who know Stretford Post and know me, I've been on Qatar TV. I've done a lot in regards to that, right? And I know exactly what Qatar were preparing to do. And I know exactly what they had in their mind in regards to Manchester United. The Glazers outpriced Man United ridiculously, but they were desperate to sell. And what it is that Jim Ratcliffe came along and thought, I want to put my dirty mittens. Ask yourself this one question. Why does Jim Ratcliffe have a season ticket for Chelsea and not Man United? Can someone ask me the logic? If you were a billionaire, would you not have a box at Man United, a season ticket at Man United? These are very telling questions which add to the narrative. He's not a Man United fan. Why did he try and buy Chelsea before Man United? Which Chelsea rejected, by the way. Why? And look how bad Chelsea's ownership is. You know? These questions have to be asked. Is chance for Iran cleared away? Iran tried to equalize about 30 minutes. You have to ask yourself these very, very important questions. How can a Man United fan have a season ticket for Chelsea? How can a Man United fan try and buy Chelsea before he tries to buy Man United? How can a Man United fan not have one piece of evidence to suggest he's a Man United fan, not even one photo before the takeover process? How does that be? I don't think so, mate. That's not hate mongering. This is just, if this went to the court of law, if this went to court, you say you're a Man United fan, yet you have no evidence of being a Man United fan. There's no picture of you at Old Trafford before the takeover. You tried to buy Chelsea Football Club before you purchased Manchester United. You have a Chelsea season ticket. You're a cycling guy. You have no history in football. You know? Can someone explain to me? And that's what, answer those questions, show me those pictures, prove to me that he's a Man United fan, then I'll say it, because I know loads of Man United fans, as you know, but they can all prove to me that they're Man United fan. I could be in a room right now. I can invite Jim Ratcliffe on this show right now, right? With no practicing, with no rehearsals. I guarantee you he won't know what to say, because he won't know nothing about the football club, you know? And I know it on good authority that is it. Here's Iran. Good little piece of play. Good chance. 1-1. Oh, he's offside. Is he? It's a goal. 1-1. Iran have equalized. Unbelievable scenes here. Good little piece of play there, though. Good play there from Iran. Iran won. New Zealand won. They have equalized. My goodness me, they've equalized. What a game. 32 minutes gone. 1-1. Iran have equalized in this game. Good finish. Good finish. Big up, Max. West Ham have had a decade of memories they never thought they'd have. Glazers have done this. Glazers have done the same. Different end of the spectrum. Exactly. Didn't he say he wanted to buy Chelsea? He did. He tried to buy Chelsea. They rejected. Big up Iran. Iran have equalised. A great finish there by the number 22. Is it? It is with the goal. It is Razalen. Razalen, who's the left back for Iran, has scored the goal. It was a deep cross into the 18-yard box, met by the test of Tarami. He was unable to stay on his feet with Boxall on his back, but the striker still he set up a Gudos up for the attempt. It was Gudos Ramin with the goal in the end, and it was Ramin Razian who got the goal. It's a good little piece of play there from Taremi. Good little bit of 1-2 there. Absolutely brilliant. Game on. 1-1. New Zealand 1, Iran 1. Game on, guys. That's what the game needed. Absolutely. He tried to buy Chelsea 8 years ago as well as 4 years ago. Yeah, and failed. Game on. Do you hear the Amazon deal as well, Sal? I haven't. You mean the series that is coming on? Yeah. I honestly think, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think Man United need a Netflix series or Amazon series right now. I don't think we need that. I think this is going to disrupt Michael Carrick. I think what Man United need to do, this is what we're talking about, being so misinformed about what Man United need. Imagine it, guys. We're in a very crucial period of our history, right? We've got Michael Carrick. He's coming into the football club. He's new. He's done well. He came third. Next season, we need to focus on football. Imagine we've got a camera everywhere. You know, it's not what we needed right now. Maybe in the future, but not right now. But it's just like what exactly what we're talking about. All they care about is finances and money. That's all they care about. They don't care about the implications and the effect it will have on the team. You know? Chubby Checker. Big up, my friend. Hi there. Good to see you. Good match so far. I'm very surprised how energetic Iran are. I would have been knackered after a flight. I mean, obviously, they got a lot of energy inside. Obviously, a lot of anger built up and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely, you're absolutely right. But I think New Zealand have done all right as well. I think New Zealand obviously have dominated the possession somewhat. But yeah, Iran have done very well considering the context, and they have to leave straight afterwards, don't they? They have to leave straight afterwards. But I'm impressed with New Zealand though as well. But Iran, I've always known Iran are a very good football team. Probably the best in Asia, in my opinion, one of the best anyway, up there. Definitely in the Middle East, they are, and yeah, they've been at various World Cups and stuff like that. You know, so an experienced outfit. They've probably been to more World Cups than New Zealand. You know, so yeah, good game though. What I would say, definitely a good game. 1-1, finely poised. I said 3-3 before the game. I said 3-3 before that's what I said. That was my prediction. You know. We walk. What's going on? We walk 66 keen. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Are New Zealand choking? What's going on? No, they weren't choking because Iran are a better football team than them in general. They have better experience, better players, in my opinion. More of a team, but more experience in World Cup games. But New Zealand have done very well as well. I mean, I think this game is pretty even. But the thing with Iran are technically a very gifted team. They are a very gifted team, and they've always done well. As you know, in the last World Cup, Iran played England. Do you remember? I know that England smashed them. I think England won 6-2, wasn't it? But they're a very experienced World Cup team. Do you remember in 1998 World Cup when Iran played USA? Do you remember that? Stade Golland. Was it Stade Golland? Yeah, I've been to the Stade Golland. It's all about the money. Exactly. I'm not defending anything that supports the Glazers. That you know, we have the worst ownership in football. It is second to none. They are the champions of being the worst ownership in football in regards to the Glazers. I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Big up Chubby. What's going on, Chubby Checker? Good name. In 2022, Elon Musk posted on X that he was buying Man United. He sort of was joking, but would United fans have that? I prefer no. I prefer not him. I'm not being funny. I'm not being out of order. I don't want Americans in charge of Man United. As simple as that. historically, evidently, they the thing. Let me tell you something about American owners, right, and Middle Eastern owners, for example, right. An American owner would come into a football club and ask themselves, "How much can I make from the football club?" A Middle Eastern owner will come in and say, "How can I make this football club the best in the world?" That's the difference, you know. So Elon Musk, even though how rich Elon Musk is, he cuts jobs. He's exactly the same. When he walked into Twitter X, he cut a lot of jobs. He did the same thing as Jim Ratcliffe. He's exactly the same character. So if he came to Man United, can you see him splashing a lot of money on Man United? I can't. You know, I mean, I would much rather someone that, like, you know, the Middle East or something buy Man. That's what Man United needed. Man United needed Qatar. Look at Qatar have done for PSG. You know, it's madness what they've done. By the way, guys, I don't know what you make of this, but Donald Trump will be allowed to lift the World Cup with the team that wins the World Cup this season. That's been official. That's been announced that he will be allowed to lift the World Cup. So we could have Donald Trump lifting the World Cup. Wow. Big up. Cheers, man. New Zealand here, listening to your watch along while I'm driving. Big up, my friend. It's good to have you here, all the way on the other side of the world. Big up yourself. You know, really good to have you here. New Zealand are playing very well. I watched them against England last week. I thought they were phenomenal. I thought they're brilliant. Big fan of Wood, obviously, of Nottingham Forest. He's brilliant. Chris Wood, he's brilliant. It's a good game. It's a good game. But what I would say about this group is that this is an opportunity, because obviously Belgium and Egypt drew yesterday. So it's a big opportunity for New Zealand and Iran to take advantage of this group. And yeah, definitely. But the best third place at the moment, all these teams look pretty good. He might have United playing on Mars. Yeah. Goodness me. Can you imagine? Yeah. I mean, it would be crazy. I mean, him being, I mean, obviously he's better than the Glazers. I wouldn't say, I mean, obviously, because he's much more of a sort of streetwise sort of guy. But I would say that I would like to stay away from them. And it's no offense. It's that me and my grandma's from Newport News, Virginia. Can't get more American than that, right? I just don't think they should be they should be going near Man United, any American owner, in my opinion. I'd much rather have the 50+1, let the Man United fans own the football club, you know, because that's what Germany do, isn't it? MUC Jack, what's going on, my good friend? Hope you're doing well. New Zealand hopefully win. Then Ben Wayne, on quality player, he plays for my local team, does he? There you go. There you go. Best of luck to you, MUC Jack. You're playing very well, though. You're playing very well. You're having a good game, but both teams are really canceling each other out at the moment. But there's some good football. There's some good football going on here. I can't even call this game. I did say 3-3 before the game. I mean, if it's 3-3, we're in for a winner. What a game. Do you know what I mean? Max, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. He is South African, but yeah, he's a US military. Yeah, his mentality is he's USA. He's been brought up in the USA all his life. You know, I know he's South African, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's a proper USA guy. He's a Trump guy. He's this and that, whatever he is. But that doesn't matter anyway. But what I would say is that he's a yeah. I don't know. I don't know about the character. He won't look. He don't like football. Simple. You know, like as much as people want to talk about Roman Abramovich, right? And let me tell you a story. Roman Abramovich didn't like football before he bought Chelsea, by the way. The only reason that Roman Abramovich fell in love with football is because of Manchester United, you know. He went to Man United against Real Madrid, and Man United won the game 4-3, and he fell in love with the game. And then straight after that game, he was looking for a football club to purchase, and he found Chelsea. Man United were too expensive at the time. He found Chelsea, and look what he did to Chelsea. What Abramovich done to Chelsea is what an ownership should do. Exactly that. Buy the best players. At that time, when he took charge of Chelsea, come on, he went out there and bought Carvalho, Deco, Drogba, you know, Ferreira. He bought Petr Cech. He bought a proper football team, and straight away with Mourinho, the best manager at the time, you know, up and coming. And he bought that football team, and look what he did to it, you know. Creeping Death. I have many trophies like this, great trophies. They say the best trophies the world has ever seen, much better than China. China? Where is China in this World Cup? China. They're not in this World Cup. Gregory, Sal, if Qatar chose to come back in years, they're not going to, but anyway, in years after the fact, then would Qatar prioritize Manchester United over PSG? There can only be, you do know, Gregory, but there isn't just one family or one billionaire in Qatar. There are multiple. You know that? It's like there's consortiums and stuff like that, especially in Dubai and UAE and things like that. It's not just one family. That's like saying, like, the royal family is the same as Jim Ratcliffe. They're both British, right? It's not. There are other billionaires in that area, but the character of Qataris, or people from the Emirates or anywhere, Saudi Arabia, the character is one of which we want the best of this. We want the best building. We want the best this. We want the best football team. This is what they want. This is what they do. They don't think about, we want to make more money. They don't think like that. Even, there's nothing wrong with making money, but football basically is about success, right? Lifting trophies. They care about that, guys. And that is what it is at the end of the day, and look what they've done with PSG. And again, this is what Qataris will do. What their plans that they had for Man United, I heard, my goodness me, we'd be champions right now, mate. Honestly. Anyway, New Zealand have a free kick. Wood is standing over the ball. We're on the 44th minute. It's just on the left of the box of Iran's box. It's a dangerous area. If he whips this in well, obviously you can look at the Iranian defense. They're not as physical, so they can get that ball. Anyway, Wood was shoot here. There you go, straight at the goalkeeper, straight in the arms of the goalkeeper. MEC Jack. Wayne was the one who knocked out Sunderland out of the FA Cup at Val Park. Pick up. Thanks for that information, my friend. So he's on the bench at the moment, MEC Jack. Is he on the bench? Pick up, my friend. Pick up. It's a small world, isn't it? Definitely a small world. Alien dude, many people speculated a guy named Sheikh Jassim Hamid didn't exist. What did your sources tell you? That he exists because he was at the World Club Championship last year, taking pictures with people, selfies. Don't believe in anything you say, because the problem is with a lot of people in this fan base. A lot of them are based around sinister motives. They have discriminatory views about the world. A lot of them haven't even left their barns and their council flats, wherever they're in, and they made these horrible narratives about Qatar. About that. What is wrong with having oil money, by the way? What's wrong? That's a natural resource. It's not a drug. It's a natural resource. What is wrong with having that? It's like England saying we've got basically hay money, farming money. What's the difference? And that's what I don't get. Like, they slandered the bid, and they're idiots because they're uneducated people. That's country bumpkins that don't know nothing about it. All they do is come online, try to slander you because you live in UAE or you live in America. I have people all the time coming to me saying, you ain't a Man United fan. You live in UAE. I've been to over 500 games, guys. I've traveled around the world watching Man United. I know people at the football club. These people don't know what I went to the Champions League final when I was 16 years old. I went on a coach to Barcelona. A coach. Slept on the beach. And these people don't understand it. Like, they think, oh, you're not from Manchester. You're not born and bred. And this is the sort of this backwards view that some of them have. I'm looking forward to seeing him coming on, Jack. I'm looking forward to seeing him coming on. So it's Wayne, isn't it? So let me have a look. Where is he? So yeah, Ben Wayne, attacker. How old is he? Only 25 years old. Played left wing, right wing, attacking midfielder, Port Vale. Look forward to him coming on. Hopefully he does. He's an attacking player. Maybe if New Zealand need a goal, he might have to come on, innit? I'm looking forward to that, my friend. Port Vale. Name one fact about Port Vale. Who supports Port Vale? Who's from Port Vale? Robbie Williams. The singer Robbie Williams. Not Robin Williams, Robbie Williams. Are there any potential owners at Manchester United in Abu Dhabi? Yes, there is, Gregory. But however, because of a certain thing that's been going on over the last year, it has really put pay to a lot of football stuff. Obviously, what's been going on, it's cost them billions. What's happened this last year or so? This last 3 months or 4 months. this happen. But I know a number of people, not Abu Dhabi as such, but more like Dubai. More like Dubai, we're looking to invest because obviously there's like this slight, not a rivalry, but like sort of competition between Dubai and Abu Dhabi, right? And Abu Dhabi, obviously, Abu Dhabi have Man City. They wanted to have Dubai owning Manchester United. So Dubai will own Man United, Abu Dhabi will own Manchester City. So you had that similar rivalry. And what they wanted to do, right, is get Manchester United, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Manchester City, and they wanted to bring the two together, right, for every single summer, basically, and play a game like a tournament, basically. It's basically Abu Dhabi. Little flick on there. It was a chance. So unlucky. It was a chance there. We've got 6 minutes of injury time, guys, here. So basically, that's what they wanted to do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, MC Jack. I'm looking forward to it. No chance for him coming back to us. Sheikh Jassim come back. I'm from Pakistan, living in USA. Never watched them live, but love the club. Big up Alien Dude. Exactly. I mean, fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. They're not coming back because they were insulted. They were insulted. They're not going to come back unless Jim Ratcliffe and that are not there. I mean, it's not impossible, but Jim Ratcliffe will not be allowed to be part of the football club. Yeah, but he lied about, obviously, Qatar. He lied from his own mouth as well. We don't even know if they're real. Can I just put this in perspective, guys? Can I put this in perspective? From Jim Ratcliffe's own mouth, he said that Sheikh Jassim Hamid is not real. Yet he was at the Club World Championship final. Does this not tell you what a liar he is, what a manipulator he is? Does that not tell you something? Take a look at Port Val's new shirt. Home or away? Let me have a look. Port Vale jersey 2026. Let's have a look. Ooh. Is it the one with a cross? That's lovely. That's lovely. I like that. That's nice. That's really nice. God, Port Vale moving up in the world. The Man United need to look at Port Vale designing their shirts because that is really nice. Wow, they're sponsored by them as well. Fair play. Puma smashing it these days. A chance for Iran. 2-1. 2-1 to Iran. They've scored again. I can't believe it. Oh, he's offside. He's offside there. He's offside. It's not going to count. It's going to, when it go to, it was offside, wasn't it? Let me have a look. Yeah, way offside. Bloody hell, he was way offside there. Yeah, he knew he was offside there. Come on. It was way offside there. It's not 2-1 to Iran. It's still 1-1. It was offside. It was offside. It was way offside. That's a lovely shirt, though. That's a lovely shirt. Yeah, offside. No one RW on. No, it's RW on the front. Yeah, that one. Yeah, the gold one, the gold and black one. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's a lovely goal. It is a lovely shirt. Sorry, it's a lovely shirt. The RW. Yeah, it's a lovely shirt. Robbie Williams. There's a picture of Robbie Williams on it. There's a picture of Robbie Williams in the shirt. Of course, Robbie Williams is a Port Vale fan, isn't he? Yeah, Robbie Williams is a Port Vale fan. So that is a lovely shirt, guys. I really like that. A shame I'm not a Port Vale fan because Man United should be looking at that and thinking, yeah, 6 minutes is half time, guys. 1-1 between New Zealand and Iran. Good game. Good game. I've enjoyed that. Guys, I've enjoyed that. It was a good game. 1-1 at half time. Goal disallowed for Iran, but very, very equal game, if you ask me. Two teams going for the game. That's what I would say, but very good game. Fair play to both of these teams. Brilliant play from both those teams. Very entertaining. One of the more entertaining games I've seen. This one. Let me just share this with you for my good friend. Look. These are the shirts, guys. I just want to show you this because this is quite a lovely shirt. Let me just remove that. Yeah, this is quite a lovely shirt. Let me show you this. Look at this. It's lovely, isn't it? That's Robbie Williams. There you go. Let me just do this. There you go. It's a nice shirt, isn't it? Yeah. Man United have had horrible shirts over the years. I'm telling you. United have had horrible shirts over the years. Big up. Let me say, he's the ambassador for Port Vale, a legend as well. What? No better. I mean, you got rugby. I mean, Port Vale got Robbie Williams. We got the bloody Glazers and Jim Ratcliffe. My goodness me. Even Ryan Reynolds would be a better owner of Man United. You know. I think Ancelotti hate Endrick. I think Endrick is a great talent to be starting over Thiago. That, you know, this is the thing, isn't it, Antoine? That sometimes the managers have personal agendas against players. This happens all the time. I think Endrick has done very well on loan at Lyon. I think he's done fantastically well. I wouldn't mind him at Man United if he's a good player. You know, I think he's had a good loan spell. He has, and I wouldn't mind him at United. You know, he would be good for Man United. But yeah, I think he needs to relight his career. I think going to Real Madrid was a bit too much of a big jump for him, if I'm being totally honest. You know, it was too much of a jump. And I feel like he needs to, if he came to Man United, I think it would be better because he can play on that left-hand side, isn't it, as well? He's a good player. He really is. And yeah, I mean, sometimes managers have agendas. That's the thing. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Sometimes managers have agendas and managers like to take their feelings or their anti-feelings towards some players and stuff like that. Yeah, unfortunately. We are 1-1, guys, half time. A very good game. Very evenly matched, I would say. I don't think anyone has dominated this game. I think that 1-1 is a fair scoreline. There were periods in the game that New Zealand were better. There were periods in the game that Iran were better. Iran started like a house on fire, yet New Zealand scored a fantastic goal. Iran scored another brilliant goal as well. So in Los Angeles here, it is 1-1 and really enjoyed this game. It's been one of the more entertaining games I've watched, to be honest with you, in this World Cup so far. Big up, my friend. Sponsored should be on the back, in my opinion. Sponsors should be on the back. They won't like that, the sponsors creeping death. I mean, the sponsors will be like, what? On the back? Yeah, it's true, though, man. I mean, imagine you put them on the back. I put the sponsor, we want you on the back. We don't want you on the front. Yeah, imagine it. Would be good if Man United created a good shirt like that. It would be quality. Man United are very one-dimensional. MC Jack. There's lack of creativity in the department at Man United. There's a lack of creativity. Adidas has shown a lack of creativity, which is why they always have to reflect on old jerseys, like i.e. this one here. They have to reflect on old jerseys because they've got no creativity. Why are we always copying jerseys from the past? I don't get it. Why don't we create a new history? And we're always, like copying the old blue shirt or the old shirt from the 90s or the 80s and stuff like that. We're never like, let's build a new legacy. Let's build a new shirt that's going to be ours. And that has been like that for the last few years, you know. Adidas have lost a creative touch, so to speak. Alien Dude, would you take Thiago at United? I personally wouldn't. Too pricey for not so big on skills. But the one player that I want is Danilo. I like Danilo of Brazil. I think he's a really good player. I think he's going to be a fan. I know he's at Nottingham Forest, and he didn't go too well for him. But I think he's a good player. I think Danilo's a good player. Gregory, I miss Martin Edwards. Martin Edwards is a legend, Greg. He's a legend. You love him to bits. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Was there at the beginning, you know, and built the football club upwards. And that he built the club the right way, you know. And football's not a difficult game, you know. It's just that it's made complicated by people in suits, you know, and that's it. You know, it's not a difficult game. You just have to make the right decisions and build a football club, you know, and build a good football team. 11 players on a football 22 players altogether in the squad. That's what you have to do, you know. And the thing is about Man United walked away. It's like what Louis van Gaal said. Man United become like more of a commercial club. Man United have walked away from what they were, you know, and they haven't been a proper football. They're a bit football club, you know, become a commercial club, PLC sort of thing. You know what I mean? Alien, big up Iran, though playing at the US soil, the way they are playing must be tough. Yes, of course. And I'm glad that they play like this, had a good atmosphere as well, good reception. It's good for them, absolutely. What has happened over the last year, I will never forget. Obviously, I'm living in the UAE, and if you know, you know. So obviously 2,600 above. But what I would say is this. yeah, we all know why it happened, and and the reason why it happened, and who started it. We all know that. So there you go. And what they've done in this game is they demonstrated character, resilience, and stuff. And it's they could be 2-1 up, and well played to them. Well played to them. They're playing football, and obviously they're forgetting the flight straight back. Obviously, Los Angeles isn't far from Mexico. It's not a million miles away, but you know what I mean. Alien dude, I don't think it's an Adidas thing. Arsenal always have banging jersey. Yeah, it isn't an Adidas thing. I think it's a Man United thing. I don't think Adidas like Man United. I've made that conclusion a long time ago. I've heard that they're not interested in Man United like that. Which is strange because because being responsible for Man United jersey, you've got big opportunity there. You've got massive opportunity. I don't think they're that creative. I don't think Arsenal, that their shirts have been amazing. I think their sponsors have been amazing and things like that. I don't think their shirts have been amazing. When you think about Adidas, what they used to be like, you have no idea. They used to make some banging jerseys back in the day. If you looked at their jerseys back in the day, they made some brilliant jerseys. If the Glazers really want to sell the jerseys, then what they should have a green and yellow shirt one year. I would break my rule about supporting the Glazers. So if the shirt, they won't buy it at Glazers because it's basically like buying something, shooting themselves in the foot because the red and green is against them, isn't it? Basically, and the red and green shirt is basically anti-Glazer. So they'd be basically anti themselves if they released the green and gold shirt. There's a reason why they haven't released a green and gold shirt. We've had green and gold shirts. Obviously, Man United started in green and gold under Newton Heath. So there's a reason we haven't had that, Germany's kit is better, but Germany have always made beautiful kits. They always have. But again, what did they do? What did they do, Creeping Death? They copied the 1990 kit. There's no creativity. They copied the 1990 kit. It's exactly the same as the 1990 kit. There's no creativity now. They've run out of ideas. They're like bimbos these days. They don't know how to create something unique. It's the 1990 kit. If you look at the 1990 kit, where Germany won the World Cup, you'll know. We're waiting for the second half, guys. Who could take advantage of this group? Obviously, Egypt and Belgium drew 1-1 yesterday. This game is currently 1-1. And Saudi Arabia drew 1-1 with Uruguay as well. So that'd be 3 1-1s in a row. Which club do you think have the best jerseys? I don't think any club has good jerseys these days. If I was to pick anyone who has a good jersey, who has the best jersey? I mean, in the Premier League, they're pretty dead. I mean, look at Newcastle, whose jersey is atrocious. My goodness me. Tottenham is rubbish. Look at Liverpool's as well. Guys, I want to, again, let me just double down on my narrative. Look at Liverpool's new jersey for next season. It's the old jersey. It's exactly the same as the 80s, the late 80s jersey. Exactly the same. They're just copying it and making it, putting a little modern touch on it. It's exactly, that's what I'm saying. You can't copy something and say, wow, look at that, because it was there. They just copied it. They ain't got their own ideas. There's a couple of Nike jerseys. I can't remember which one it was, but there's a couple of Nike jerseys that I think were pretty nice. I think Nike are going on the next level now. They're doing quite well. There was a couple that I liked. The Chelsea jersey, I think, is not bad. I don't think the Chelsea is bad. The Chelsea jersey. They're more creative. Do you know what I mean? But there are other companies now, Puma and that are coming out. I should have got John Squire of the Stone Roses to design a kit. It might be a bit psychedelic, but would be interesting. True. But you have to do something that's memorable, innit? But not copy the past all the time, but try and make a new legacy. Try and think forward and make a new legacy. That's what they need to do. Stop thinking about, the blue Adidas Originals kit. Let's copy that one from 1989 and let's re-release this one behind me. Let's re-release that one. We keep doing it. Why don't we got to move forward? Japan has a great jersey at this tournament. It's all right. It's the same as Japan have always had, though. Japan have always had jerseys like that. Again, it's just a replica of what was the past. If you look at Japan jerseys all the way up until 10 years ago, they've been almost similar, identical. Creepy Death, AC Milan had a beautiful grey kit and pink kit, beautiful Puma. Yeah, I always liked that. I always liked AC Milan under Adidas in the past. If you look at Real Madrid's old Adidas kits, next level, brilliant kits. But Roma, I've always had good kits. Yes, I do like Roma's old kit. If you look at Roma's kit from 2002, it's a beautiful kit. It's like tight Kappa. Kappa used to have beautiful kits. Kappa. Rajat, hi, back. Big up, Rajat. Hi, Sal. What was a crazy nice equaliser? Amazing Iranian team goal. Brilliant goal. You think Man U would get top this season? Yes, let me do that. I think Man United will win the league this season. I've said it. There you go. If we get the transfer window right, if we back Michael Carrick with the players that we need, and we're not talking about 20 players here, we're talking about 6 or 7 proper players. If we back Michael Carrick, I think we can win the league. Why not? We're third. We're not a million miles away. You know, and obviously we played in the AFCON, which obviously affected the team and we lost points because of that. Why not? I think we can. I really do. Rajat, like Real jersey 2012, 2013. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know Clarence Seedorf had dreadlocks. How cool. Clarence is a legend. Clarence Seedorf is a legend. You know, that guy is one of the most underrated midfielders of all time. The white jersey from the 90s with small blue Adidas logos all over it, the shirt angled. Very nice. Yeah. There's some very, very nice shirts back in the 90s, definitely, and 80s, late 80s and 90s. 80s supplied the basis of fashion. I think 80s was so underrated as a fashion era. It was. A lot of people copying the 70s and 80s now in regards to fashion, you know, these days, because, again, it's originality. Originality, because people copy too much these days. People copy everyone else on social media. That's the problem. People are too much copying. People copy me. People take my news and recycle it and act like it's theirs. They do it every single week. Remember I said that Mateus Fernandes agreed personal terms 2 weeks ago? Lo and behold, the big content creators are saying, oh, Mateus Fernandes, exclusive, has agreed personal terms with Man United. No shit, Sherlock. I've already said that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. They do crap me up. They do crap me up. They are chances, to be honest with you. They really are. Absolutely. Alien Dude, do you think Solly Talks are reliable? No, they're not. They're run by, you'll be surprised who they're run by, Alien Dude. Those journalists are run by the same people as Ben Jacobs and all that. They just own those things as like sub profiles. And a lot of them as well, you got to understand that a lot of them pay for cosigns, basically pay for tweets, so that they can get a retweet from Ornstein and things like that. They pay them big money. So you've got to be careful. A lot of the news, like, you know, it comes from people like me, not them, you know, because it's the people like me who are quiet and don't have big accounts and things like that in regards to my Twitter account. And you know, but they do that a lot. Like, this is why do they have to hide their face? Can you tell me? Why doesn't Ben Jacobs, Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano hide his face? Why? You know why? There's obviously something sinister involved, isn't it? There you go. Badger, don't want Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal getting Ayo Bayoldi. Looks quality. Spoke about him a year and a half ago, as Gregory said yesterday. We knew about him before anyone was talking about him. We were talking about Ayo Bayoldi. We talk about him almost every show. Now, lo and behold, everyone's talking about Ayo Bayoldi. You know, Roger looks done. He just doesn't want to play for Man City. That's the thing. Just doesn't want to play for Man City. Absolutely. Big up, everyone. Sorry, guys. I was just saying goodbye to my wife. She's going to work. It is early in the morning here. So, yeah, just saying goodbye. Yeah, what is the time anyway? It must be 6 something. Anyway, the second half is about to start, guys. The second half is about to start. Can't wait for it. Come on, let's do this. Can we get a winner? Can we get a winner in this half, guys? It's a big half. It's a massive half. Huge half, this half. Half and half. What time is it there, Sal? It is so 6:11 right now, I think. 6:11. It's a bit late, isn't it, for the second half? Let me. Second half is late. What's going on here? Why is it so late? Let me have a look. Oh, there was 6 minutes added time. There was 6 minutes added time. The FA is so late here. Yeah, it's six here, where I am. Game is underway. Game is underway, by the way. We're underway, guys. Go Bonanza. Da, 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 da. I think there's going to be a substitution for Iran here. Mehdi Gaidi is coming on. It looks like he's coming on for Iran, guys, by the way. Looks like he's coming on. I don't know how far behind I am. Has anyone got? Does anyone know? Sorry, I thought I played that. Does anyone know if the game has kicked off yet? Because it is a bit late. You know, it's a bit late. What's going on? Because it is a bit late here. I don't know if 3:11. Wow, wow. You're in England, isn't it? So England is 3:11 now. Yeah, 3 hours behind. So do you talk about players before other streamers even hear their names? Passing that alone, no, not anything about them. So you talk about players before streamers even hear about their names. Yeah. You do know I've been in football 20 odd years, Gregory. I was in the music industry for 20 years. And when I was in the music industry, I had parties and things like that. I created events and basically agents of footballers and people of that ilk would come to those gigs, whether it be Premier League footballers would come, their agents, people who worked at football clubs. And I got to know a lot of agents and football personnel there because I'm a big football fan. And obviously, I've been on other big programs on Sky Sports. Of course, I've done work with Sky Sports, and I got to know a lot of people within there. And this you're talking about here 15 years ago. So my contacts have grown for 15 years, and I also got involved in scouting. I went to Japan. I done scouting for FC Tokyo. Undercover. I've done a lot of things, and I actually worked in football and done a lot in football. And a lot of these people just look at articles online and copy what they hear, and they copy me, and they got and it's frustrating in a way because I don't get my flowers, but I'm not here to get flowers. I'm here for Manchester United. I'm here to meet Man United fans from around the world, fantastic fan base from around the world, and that's what I'm here to do. People don't understand. Like I know people like ex-Man United player Lee Sharp, who played for Man United. I've worked with his ex-girlfriend and this and that. I've worked with her. I've done bits. You know what I mean? I know a lot about a lot of things in regards to Man United, and some things will shock you, but I'm not allowed to say. But yeah, it is frustrating because Biordi, Keith Schmidt, Senny Lamans. No one was talking about Senny Lamans. I mentioned Patrick Dorgu. I was talking about Patrick Dorgu. Many players out there, even the likes of players who play for PSG or they play for Real Madrid right now. Man United being linked to them before. I linked them. Here come New Zealand. Wood on the ball. Shot. Oh, way over the bar. What do you think of Mark Goldbridge and United People TV? I don't know anything about United People TV. I know Mark Goldbridge. I've known him for 7 years. I've known him. I talked to him a lot. We've known each other. We met each other. I've never heard of United People's TV really. I know of them, but I've never really listened to them because I think they're up Glazer's backside, Ineos backside, and that's the problem. There's too many people out there that I think are on the payroll at Man United, and not good. If you've got a big platform, fantastic. You've got a good big platform, good for you. It's fantastic. I have nothing against that, but there are a lot of them that are up at Ineos backside, and that's what I don't like. Mark Goldbridge, however, is not. He's not, and that's what I like about Mark. He's not up their backside, and he talks it as it is, and that's why I've known him for 7 years because he's more real. He's real about it. He's not fake. A lot of these people are. Sorry, they are. All of them. Anyone who's up Ineos backside and backing Ineos right now blindly, by the way, with no substance, it doesn't have the best interest at heart of the football club. It's as simple as that. Because they're believing something that hasn't happened yet. They're bigging up someone who hasn't achieved anything yet. They're lowering the standards and the mediocrity. They're giving Ineos space and room to be comfy. And greatness wasn't built on comfort zones. Let me tell you that right now. Corner for Iran. Corner for Iran. Here we go. Corner coming in. Cross comes in. Good header. Well headed away. Well defended by New Zealand there. Comes back out here to the left. He's coming into the box. He's going to get the cross in again. It's a little bit long. However, he's going to head it down. It's a chance for Iran, and it's blocked. Well blocked by New Zealand there. Good defending there for New Zealand again. We've seen some good defending this last 24 hours. 3-11. Wow. Yeah, it's 3 hours behind, isn't it? Okay. Dang. Big up, my friend. Creeping Death. This would Cups got me using every bullshit excuse in the book, being late for big up, my bro. Alien Dude, it's 10 p.m. at my place. The timings have been better for me. Yeah, look, one thing I would say, can I just be honest with you? I've been living in UAE now 4 years. Right? I've been in Abu Dhabi for 4 years. One thing I've realized, right, is, well, I knew anyway, but when games are on, for example, Man United played a lot of late kickoffs last season. So when Man United kick off at 8 p.m. UK, it's midnight for me, 11 to midnight for me, right? So it was late kickoffs, right? And I end up going to bed at 2 a.m. and waking up at 5 in the morning. That's what I do. That's why I'm up now. You know, I'm up every day morning, make my wife a coffee. You know, I'm on the treadmill early in the morning and get my research done, learn about Man United, what's going on with Man United, ring my guy in England, what's going on with Man United. And, you know, that's what I do. And, you know, what I learned is that being in the UAE is how difficult it is for the overseas fans. So what I would say to everyone criticizing the Times, I have no problem with the Times, because I think you should embrace it. I think the fact that you're seeing Man United, you've seen England play at 3 and 1 in the morning, or you're seeing these games so early in the morning, you should embrace it. And this is a small part of what great people from around the world, the great Man United fans from around the world, have to do every single week, all season. No, so embrace it, feel how it is to wake up at 3 in the morning, you know, to watch Man United, you know, put an underwhelming performance in against Wolves. Shots over the bar. Good start from the second half from Iran here. So that's what I would say. There's a lot of people moaning about times. I'm not too bothered about it. Look, as I said, I've been in UAE 4 years. I've had to put up with late kickoffs and things like that. It's not even as bad as people waking up at 2. No, some people have to some people set their alarms for 3 a.m. to watch the game. Today, I woke up at 4 a.m. to watch this game, to prepare for this game, to watch this guy have. And remember, it's not like just about turning on the TV and doing a watch along. You've got to do the graphics, you've got to do the overlays, you've got to do this, you've got to do that in the morning. And that's what I do, you know. And I embrace it and embrace challenge, embrace it and embrace how, you know, these curveballs, you know, because at the end of the day, this is what a lot of people do around the world, especially Man United fans around the world, the great Man United fans around the world. They do this all the time, you know, and not only Man United, all teams, you know, from around the world. Let's embrace it. Big up. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Big up, MSC Jack. Big up. Need to build title contenders. Team Bruno is no mug. If they're not showing ambitions, then Bruno will leave. Yeah, he's 31 now. I think he's going to want a title, Rajak, you know. I've watched every game in the World Cup, not missed one game. Big up, MSC Jack. I'm not going to lie. I've missed a few. But I've done the watch-alongs for a few as well. But I'm not going to lie. I have missed a few. The 2 o'clock in the morning ones I've missed. Obviously, I'm not going to miss the quarterfinals and last 16 and things like that. But some of them are just like, you know, I can't because sometimes I've got big meetings and things like that, you know, during the day, and I have to get refreshed and I have to be sharp, you know. So obviously, if I can, I will. Like today, I didn't have to wake up at 4 in the morning. I woke up 4 in the morning. I thought, yeah, Iran against New Zealand. There you go. I'm going to do it. And there you are, you know. Japan are beautiful, very clean. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, as I said, yeah. But my top 4 next season, big up Chubby Checker. What is your favorite game in the World Cup? Brazil versus Morocco and Netherlands versus Japan. I didn't watch Brazil against Morocco, but I heard it was a good game. But Netherlands, Japan, that was a good game, yeah. This is quite exciting, to be honest with you. Alport is coming on for Iran, the substitute. 53 minutes gone. It's still 1-1 between New Zealand and Iran. He who dares wins in this game. Who's going to take it by the scruff of the neck? Alien Dude, is there anyone who we're working towards silently that the media hasn't caught up to? There is a few. Man United are looking at the Swedish player Ayali of Brighton. You're going to hear a lot about that. The media not talking about Man United and Bioldi, even though Man United and Bioldi is a thing. A lot of people talk about Arsenal and Liverpool, but not talking about Man United. Man United are in for him. There's a lot of news coming in. I've got a lot of news coming out on Breaking Dawn at 7 a.m. UK. Don't forget to tune in, guys. It's going to be a big one. Chubby Checker. Remember, the window is open now, but that doesn't mean Man United are going to sign players because basically Man United are waiting for the end of the start of the new fiscal year, the start of the new financial year. So basically, Man United are waiting for July. Even though the window is open now officially, Man United will get deals done. It's going to be the same as it has been the last few weeks. They're not going to get deals done officially until the 1st of July, around the fiscal year. Here come New Zealand. Big chance. 2-1. 2-1 to New Zealand. Good goal. It's just again his second goal of the game. They split Iran open there, and it's 2-1 to New Zealand. Unbelievable. 2-1. They split them open there. It was good play from New Zealand, and it's the second goal for Just. Goodness me. 2-1. Scenes here. Scenes. Absolute limbs. Absolute limbs. Brilliant. Raja. Gonzalo Ignacio's quality wherever he goes. Yes, he's a good player. We've been linked to him a few times. He doesn't look like it might, but Goldbridge is a nice individual. He doesn't look like it. Goldbridge is different. The Goldbridge is obviously, he's better than a lot of them, and that's what I would say about it. You know what I mean? He's better than a lot of them. Some of them you think are nice, they're not. Trust me. The ones you don't think are nice probably are nice. Raja, out of nowhere, like Adnan Januzaj. Yeah, big up. What are you looking for in the World Cup? An England World Cup win. Wouldn't that be great, MC Jack? That's what I'm looking for. Long shot, but you have to dream, don't it? You got to dream big, Jack. You got to dream big. I mean, that would be nice. So the All Blacks, I don't know if they call themselves the All Blacks in football. In rugby, they call themselves the All Blacks, but they are 2-1 up, guys, against Iran. It's a good game. It's a good game. My favorite game is the USA game. That was a good game. 4-1 to USA. That was a good game. Hope Portugal win the World Cup, Andre. Uh, 2-1 New Zealand, 21 to New Zealand. There you go. Goal for New Zealand. Absolutely, yeah. Sorry, I'm way behind on this. Be nice for England to win, but got tough to it's luck as well. It's luck as well. Australia Junior have scored. Imagine Australia meet New Zealand in the last, was it the last 32 or the last 16? Imagine that happens. That'd be funny. Imagine it's USA, Canada, and Australia, New Zealand. That'd be good. Ayali is a third midfielder, or is it Matty Fernandez alternative? No elite midfielders like Tonali or Tchouameni then. No, Man United are not going to get I'm going to say Alien. It's very unlikely. Unless Newcastle lower their price in regards to Tonali, Man United are not going to go after him, and we're not going to get Tchouameni. It does look like Jose Mourinho would want to keep him on. It's not over with Tchouameni. There is something going on. Obviously, the problems with Valverde is still a thing. The relationship is not mended. Obviously, it was quite intense what happened, and it's not easy to fix these kind of things in football, in life in general. So Raja, 5 million population for New Zealand. That's crazy. Small little country, isn't it? Spain, France, Portugal, England, another realistic contenders for the World Cup, Sal. Yeah, I think you can add. I think you could probably add. Let me think. No, you basically got it there. You basically got it. That's basically it for the World Cup. You could probably add Brazil, maybe. I would add. You know who I'm going to add? Morocco. And I told you, Gregory. I said they're a very good footballing side. They got Bioldi, they got Brahim Diaz, they got Hakimi, they got Mazrui. They're a good team. But I just feel like there's something in the air with England this time. You know, I know. Here come New Zealand again on the attack, looking to make it 3. Nope, Iran cut it out there. Well, that's going to be a foul to Iran. Yeah. More sheep than people. Man United will be getting 2 midfielders. Hope it's more along the lines of getting 3. We need about 3, yeah. But let's hope that Man United do some good business in this next few weeks. We need a right back, left back, a backup striker, probably a left midfielder. Where we need a lot. Here come Iran. Iran on the attack. They need to start taking some risks here. They're in the box. This game is open. He's done badly there. He just won straight in. And Australia more outback the people's kid pig up budget. Yeah, look, No, my opinion about other channels, it has nothing to do with me. What other channels are, whatever they aren't. But the thing is that I will call out other channels. There are other channels out there. But also what I would say is that if someone don't like Stretford Post, there are people who've been on Stretford Post, have been banned from Stretford Post for sinister reasons. If someone brings them on their channel and supports them, even though they're going against me, i.e. what Greg is talking about, the gentleman, what he was talking about, I do not fuck with them. I do not mess with them. I don't go near people it's like the Glazers and Jim Ratcliffe, innit? If people don't like me, if they're affiliated to people I don't like and they don't like me, I don't get involved in them. There are people, like Greg said, the person there, that come on my channel and just try to steal subscribers because they haven't got the creativity or anything like that. They act like nice people, but they're not. And let me tell you that right now. This is why a lot of people think Mark Goldbridge is a bad person, but he's actually not. So you don't just look at people from what you see. I know a lot about this industry. I've been in this industry a long time now. I've been doing YouTube before Mark Goldbridge. So in the music capacity before that. So just because you think someone's bad doesn't mean they necessarily are. Just because you think someone's good doesn't necessarily think they are. They're chances. There's reasons their accounts got deleted and things like that. They're chances, and that's what I would say. Creeping death. What's in the air for England is absolutely zero pressure for the first time ever. I haven't heard anything. I agree, creeping death. This could be the irony. It could be that England are not expected to do anything and bloody win the World Cup. That's what it could be, I've heard a lot of things about England over this last few weeks about Tuchel's got a plan. He better have, because he left some good players at home. He left some very good players at home, some players that deserve to be in the World Cup squad. He left a lot of good players at home. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So he better have a plan. Now Tuchel could be deemed, if he wins the World Cup, he'd be a genius, wouldn't he? He'd be an absolute genius. Or he could be an absolute scam artist if he ends up getting knocked out first round. Let's not forget England are playing on Wednesday, guys. Have Stiller links died? I hope it moves to Real Madrid. You deserve it for real. Stiller links have died down a lot, yeah. Because Man United have been very tunnel visioned in what they're doing at the moment. They're going after one player at a time. And obviously, when other players like i.e. Anderson, Tchouameni, Stiller, whoever it is, Bayaldi, they're going to be looking at it and thinking that, are they actually, caring about me? Do they want me at the football club? Stiller most likely will go to Real Madrid. Jose Mourinho went to Stuttgart against was the team Bayern Munich in the German Cup final. He was there watching, and apparently he was watching Stiller in that game. Stiller gave away a penalty in that game, by the way, but he was watching Stiller in that game. So it won't be surprising that if Stiller goes to Real Madrid, Man United should be all over Stiller, as Greg knows. Man United should be all over the Stiller deal, but they're not, Alien dude, I want Portugal to win, but it'll be nice to see Manu lift the World Cup. It'd be nice. Yeah, it will be nice. If England don't win the World Cup, I want Portugal to win the World Cup. And then they can say that Ronaldo is the undisputed GOAT, because he will be. Even he's a GOAT now for me, but he will be the undisputed GOAT, because you can take Messi's sinister World Cup away. You know what I mean? Maybe, Greg. I just like to keep undercover. Maybe. Big game against Croatia on Wednesday. I would like to talk about a certain player you just mentioned, but I won't. Yeah, I know you, Gregory, because I know you. I know you love Stiller. I know you love Slotterbeck. I know you do. What? Oh my goodness, it's 2-2. What? 2-2. My goodness, what a goal! What a header! Fantastic header. 2-2. This is some game. I did say 3-3 before the game, guys. That'd be 3 predictions in 3 days. I've got right. My goodness me. 2-2. This is good, man. This is good. It is Mohabi with the goal. Mohabi with the goal. The Rostov player who plays in Russia with a fantastic header. A fantastic header. Mohamed Mohabi with the goal. 2-2. Rostov. He plays for Rostov in Russia. Good game, this one. Good game. 2-2, guys. Game on. Game on. Game on. Brilliant. Absolute brilliant. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. They're not giving up. They're not giving up. Cape Verde goalkeeper from away looks a bit like Cunha. Yeah, an older version. Trump's going to rip up the piece. You know, there's a certain country, you know, who are stopping peace at the moment, and we know who it is. We all know the manipulation and the lies have been told for the last 100 years. Who really are the culprits? So it's a substitution for Iran here. Are they making a substitution here? Yes. The number 14, Godas is coming off. He's limping. And Haji Safi is coming on for Iran. Lewandowski and Goretzka were apparently going to Chicago Fire. Yeah. Lewandowski's past it, mate. I mean, he's going to want a lot of money a week. Yeah, I'm glad Man United stayed away from that. You know, maybe one season, but he wouldn't sit on the bench, would he? He would have stifled the development of Sesko, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, good for them. They can go retire, of course. Of course. Alien dude. Yeah, the global politics have been a mass. The people in power controlling the world, giving no shits but others. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what he wants, Greg. That's what he wants. Well, we hope for peace. We pray for peace. But obviously, it's not necessarily who you think is going to disrupt peace. There are outside influences that disrupt peace, and we know who they are. Starts with M. Yeah. Anyway, here come Iran. And you know who? Natiyatu. Do you watch UFC? Sometimes, mate. Big up sometimes. Here come Iran. Can Iran win? I said 3-3. If I get this right, guys, if I get the 3-3 scoreline right, guys, come on. Oracle or what? I don't watch UFC anymore, not as much as I used to. I think it's soft now. I don't think it's as good as it used to be. Ain't they doing that UFC fight outside the White House? Are they still doing that? Or have they done it already? Yeah, a lot of egotistical people in UFC, I've noticed. I mean, I'm close. Obviously, I've been close with martial arts for a long time. I was 8 years in kickboxing. I done work for the WWE, believe it or not. Yeah. So I've done a lot. Cross comes in. Punched away from the goalkeeper. It's a foul on the goalkeeper. Right, we've got 23 minutes to go here. It's still 2-2. It's done. Tapora lost his first bout after 70 games. It was cinema. I didn't know. I didn't watch it, Alien. I'm going to catch up with it, though. I definitely will catch up with it. I'll go and catch up with it. I used to watch it religiously. It used to be on pay-per-view in England. I used to have to pay to watch it. Yeah, I will go and watch it, definitely. Yeah, I missed that, Gregory. I better catch up with it. I'm going to catch up with it. Raja, New Zealand have very good players who do cricket, rugby and football, but football players not as good. Yeah, look, as I said, South Africa, innit? It's like South Africa. It's like they have very good cricket players and rugby players, but they don't have footballers. Because the thing with football's far more competitive. You need football's like I can't understand, right? How people don't understand how difficult football is, how competitive it is, and how the margins are so tight, you know, in football, you know, from winning and losing. You know, small margins are the difference between 10th place and 3rd place in the Premier League, for example. Small margins are the difference between 1st and 3rd. And that's what I'm saying. You know, for example, if the AFCON didn't happen last season, and I'm glad it did because it was fun, I watched it and it was a good watch along. But if the AFCON didn't happen and Man United won those games they didn't win during the AFCON, Man United would have been in momentum and probably challenging for a league title last season. So that's how it could be, you know. Happy with the New York's Knicks winning. Couldn't care less about basketball. Couldn't care less. I know there's a lot of people who pretend to love basketball. I don't. I'll be honest, I don't like basketball. Sorry. I'm not going to pretend I like it just so I get likes and clicks. I don't like basketball. I've been to a basketball game. I've been to see a Chicago Bulls. I've been to see them play. Obviously, I've been to see the LA Lakers. I've been there, just not feeling it. I've been to baseball games. I've been to Houston baseball game. I've forgotten the team, Astros. Anyway, I've been to a baseball game. I'm not feeling it. Just can't beat football, mate. Can't beat football. Wherever it is in the world, it's all about football for me. You know what I mean? That's what I want. We've got a hydration break here again, guys. Alien dude, if we won these games, maybe Amram would have never got sacked. No carrot. Amram was onto something, mate. Amram was onto something, but people didn't want to have the patience for it. People look at football very simplistically. What Amram was trying to do, let me explain, right? What Amram was trying to do is trying to create a Man United team that were in the dominating games, not just counter-attacking, because counter-attacking is not sustainable in a long period. I hope he is. I hope he gets the players, but counter-attacking is not sustainable. What Ruben Amram was trying to do is trying to make Man United into an attacking side that dominate possession, and then they were going to transcend to a back four. But first, they were going to learn how to dominate, you know, which they were. The XG, before he left, they had the highest XG, goals created, big chances created. Everything was high. He called out the Glazers, which is why he got sacked. He called them out, just like when Jose Mourinho called out the Glazers. That's what happens. Gregory, silly question. What is the with the television licenses in England? Why should everyone be forced to support BBC even when they don't watch it? Well, it's an unwritten rule, Gregory. Now I'm in the UAE, I can speak about it, that I didn't used to pay it. I used to pay it sometimes, not all the time. It is stupid. I agree that people have to pay it even though they don't want it. They don't have to pay it, but you have to delete every single thing that's related to the BBC, whether it's BBC iPlayer, whether it's anything like that, BBC News, everything you have at the BBC, you have to delete. Because if the TV license people come in, they're going to say it. But they can't do nothing to you. They can't do nothing. I know a lot of people didn't pay, you know, and they threaten you and then, you know, but yeah, look, it's ridiculous. You boycott BBC. That's what you have to do. So basically, if someone knocks on your door, they go, you're losing BBC. So I don't use BBC. I don't watch it. And then they come in, they check your TV and that you ain't got BBC on there. But the thing is, what people don't understand, right, is that there are some channels that are connected to the BBC that you don't know they're connected to the BBC. There are some outlets, programs that are connected to the BBC. They say, oh, well, that's a BBC company. They're part of the British Broadcasting Corporation. But I'm close to BBC. I've been to BBC loads of times. I've been to BBC studios, sat there, you know, done interviews and stuff. Yeah. They're not bad people, but yeah, they charge people. Baseball is terribly boring. When you have to have a screen, right, telling you to clap, you know it's boring, Greg. I was sitting in the baseball stadium, right, and I was like I was literally talking low like this, and everyone can hear me. It's normal. It's so quiet. Too many breaks as well. That's why I don't want it in football. Here comes the number 10. Good cross comes into the box. Iran have been impressive, you know. Iran have been impressive. Looks like New Zealand are tiring a little bit here. Here comes the number 10 again. Good play. There's a chance. Oh, goodness me. There's a good block again. Good defensive work from New Zealand. Cross comes in again. Relentless pressure from Iran, though. Good play. Chubby, basketball might be all right if the players were limited to being 6 foot tall max. Why don't they do mini basketball? A mini basketball for smaller people like me. Antoine, I think Dalot was playing good under Amram, to be fair, by going forward and scoring goals and assists by... Just not good enough for me, Antoine. I don't think he's good enough for Man United. I mean, if you have to have a certain manager to play well, then there's something wrong with you. I think Man United need to move on from Dalot. He's a passion merchant, mate. He really is. He doesn't add anything on the attacking front. Alien dude, but elite coaches, they work on winning games. You first build confidence and then you do what you want. He came in 15th. That was it for me. But Alien dude, no, that's not how football works. Alex Ferguson did what Amram did. Alex Ferguson built from the ground upwards. Alex Ferguson came 8th and 10th. You know, he built it up like this. You don't go for the top and build the roof before you build the foundation. That's not how it works. So basically, he came 15th because he had to fix the toxic nature at the football club, the Rashfords, the Sanchos, the things like that. He came in mid-season, right? He came in mid-season when the club was at disarray. Nothing was going. But look at the second season. You know, look at it factually. You want to support Man United, look at things not just from the things of idiots in other content creators that, you know, just get him out of my club and stuff like that. They don't understand what it takes to build a proper football club. If it was down to those people, we wouldn't have had Alex Ferguson. Because Alex Ferguson had a lot of problems. He had to deal with alcohol a problem at Man United. He had to deal with that. He had to get rid of players like Gordon Strachan and popular figures, Paul McGrath at Man United. He had to do that. And he came 8th and he came 10th and people wanted him sacked. You have to build from the ground upwards, not the upwards ground, if you know what I mean. And that's what he's trying to do. But we didn't have the patience. We want vibes. Winning games is vibes. Now, if he goes on next season and wins the league, that's what we should be doing. I don't want to go next season. Oh, we got top 4 and stuff. Here, come New Zealand. Good clearance. Yeah, that's how it should be done. And that 15th place was a myth. It was because of those players, not because of Amarim. You know? Creeping Death. Never paid it. BBC News did a live broadcast starting on the third tower had gone down when it was stood in the background, and often Levin paid the wages of. Yeah, it's true. Creeping Death. Sorry, hate those bastards. Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you. That tackle could have killed him. Yeah. Golf is very hard to watch. I don't watch golf. I don't watch some these snobby sports. Golf is a snobby sport. Golf is a snobby sport. The thing is, what people don't understand about Man United is the magnitude of the mess that Man United were in. Right? The magnitude. Now, I've been supporting Man United for 40 odd years. I've seen 13 titles. So shouldn't I be the one calling managers out and saying he's not good enough? He's not good enough. Because I know standards. I've seen the Champions League. I've been at the 99 final. I've seen the treble in the flesh. You know what I mean? Shouldn't I be the one calling out these managers? But the problem is, in elite stuff, whether it's music, I was in the music industry 20 years, whether it's elite things, right? People don't understand what it takes to get to elite. They want to be elite, but they don't want to do the work to get to elite. They don't want to have the patience to get to elite. People need to look at the board, right? It was the board's fault for giving a 4 out of 10 window in the first place. But let's be honest, guys. Who brought in Mbumo? Who brought in Cunha? Who brought in Sesko? You know, it was him. You know, it was him. Who brought in Euro? It was him. Lamans. It was him. You know? No, I wasn't Alien dude. No, I wasn't. I've never been manager out like that. No, I wasn't. But I did see the banners. I was very young, Alien dude. The first game I went to was Wimbledon with Alex Ferguson in the 80s. And it was, but I've never been Alex Ferguson out, no, because when Alex Ferguson was the manager, Man United didn't win the league for 20 odd years, 20, you know, so obviously the expectations have gone in the bin. And, you know, I understood even that then I understood what patience is. You know what I mean? I understood what patience was, but a lot of people don't know what patience is. You know, at the end of the day, they don't know how to get to patience. Look, I don't just do YouTube. As I said, I was in music industry 20 years. I went for a little flat, 5-bedroom, 5 of us in a 1-bedroom flat to work with Eminem. You know what I mean? I know what it takes. You know, in every single field of life, I know what it takes. I know what life is. I know what you have to do. I know about patience and resilience. You know, and people don't want to take that. They just want success straight away. People don't understand the problems that Man United had behind the scenes. I'll tell you some things about Man United behind the scenes you wouldn't even believe. Like, people were talking about, oh, why didn't this play? Why didn't he play? Well, maybe it's because they told the manager F off and things like that. You know, that's what happened. You know, and people don't understand what was happening behind the scenes. Look, Man United got a big season next season. There's no excuses, nowhere to hide. It's Champions League. There's nowhere to hide. You know, Tottenham got through. They better get through that league. Even Tottenham got through that league. You know, I mean, I used to play baseball as a kid. It's quite fun to play. Yeah, it's not bad to play. We used to play sometimes. It's called the rounders. You know, alien dude. What a name though. As a rebuke to you, we take the piss out of Wilcox and actually bought the Cunyas and Mbeumo's. Wasn't a manager, he was a coach. But it was no brainer to bring Cunha and Mbeumo through to the club. Cunha and Mbeumo had fantastic statistics. It doesn't take a genius to know that. He scored 20 goals in Mbeumo from the right midfield for Brentford. I think most teams would want him at the football club. He was good. Cunha had about 15 assists for Wolves. And this is the thing. They get praises over stupidness. Look, at the end of the day, you could talk about Arteta all you like. But I tell you what, nobody knew who Saliba was. Nobody knew who Gabriel was when they came to the football club. Do you know what I mean? He converted Saka into a right winger, you know, and things like that, you know. Substitution, Taremi, the legend of Iranian football, is coming off, the number 9. Still 2-2, guys. Antoine, but where were the midfield? Remember before the January transfer window, and we said we need midfielders because it was getting run through, and then here comes Elliot Anderson spin. Yeah, look, that's what they said last January, didn't they? And this is what's embarrassing to Manchester United, that they've been on this Elliot Anderson train for weeks. But guys, don't forget to join me. And then if he goes to Man City, that's embarrassing. Guys, don't forget to join me for Breaking Dawn at 7 a.m. UK time. It's going to be a big show. Don't forget to join me for that. You absolute legends. 10 minutes of the game to go. Still Iran 2, New Zealand 2 in this game. You know, what we need to do, all of us, we need to divert our energy away from the managers, right? And look at Ineos and look at the Glazers. That's what we need to do. That is the problem there. No manager has been the problem. They are the problem. They are the problem, right? Them. Need to look at them. All of them. You know, all of them together as a little package. Free kick to New Zealand. Just takes a free kick. Comes in? No. Was actually Garnacho the team news leaker last year? Probably. There were a few. He got rid of him, didn't he? He did well to get rid of him. How comes Barcelona and Real Madrid don't say it's process? Give such... they do, mate. Because Barcelona and Real Madrid don't have the Glazers, Rajat. They don't have the Glazers, mate. They have a democracy at Real Madrid and Barcelona. They have a democracy. What people like you and other people, they don't understand what process means to be successful. You have to have a process. But we don't see the process out. Goodness me, Amram was only there 6 months. You know what I mean? And then we're already calling him to get sacked. It's ridiculous. Do you know the problems at Man United? We're derelict. We were derelict football club. But people don't want to see it out. That's the problem. Real Madrid don't call. Like, if you understand football, Rajat, Real Madrid have been a machine, an ownership machine. I mean, Florentino Perez has been there since 2006, 2009. You know? We've had the Glazers since 2005. The Glazers, the worst ownership in football. And yet people still want to turn around and blame the manager and don't understand it's the Glazers. And this is the problem. These people facilitate the Glazers. Ineos are go gadget Glazers. There's Glazers 2.0. That's what they are, you know? Do you hear when Cunha and Mbeumo said it was Amram that made them come? I like people to watch Bruno's interview as well. Watch Bruno, what he says about... is Bruno wrong? Watch what he says about Amram. Watch what Barada says about Amram. And then you know what's going on. Sal, am I wrong in sort of thinking that Carrick needs a more tactical assistant than Holland? No, you're not. You're absolutely right, Gregory. You're spot on. You're spot on, Greg. We do need a more tactical manager than Steve Holland. And a lot of people want to big up Steve Holland. I'm an England fan. I watch England as well as Man United. I'm England. I support England. That guy's tactically inept. He plays one way, counter-attack. Look at the Italy final in the Euros. We went 1-0 up. It should have been bang, bang, bang. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Even my wife's Italian. She couldn't believe England sat back to what they did. And part of that was down to Steve Holland. You know? Jay, big up. Spurs are now interested in Tonali. That would be more embarrassing. They pull that deal off and we miss out. Spurs, and some people are blowing smoke up Ineos' backside. This is what I'm talking about. If Spurs get Tonali, how embarrassed? They're not even in Europe, Jay. Not even in Europe. Hey Rajat, look how patient they were with Arteta. They spent $1 billion on Arteta as well, and Arteta was allowed to get rid of the popular names like Aubameyang, Bumper Clark Yang, and all them people. He was able to get rid of them. He was allowed to get rid of them. Do you know what I mean? You know, at the end of the day. Alien dude, let me ask you this question. He weren't responsible for the Champions League and that, and since then he hasn't been a coach of anyone. Look at his England tenure under Southgate; he was exposed. When he was under Ancelotti was the reason. He didn't show no skill for England. England had a golden generation. England flopped. England played pragmatic counter-attacking football. Lo and behold, we're playing pragmatic counter-attacking football right now. He is a dinosaur in terms of football, and Man United need to move on. Maybe he was good 25 years ago, but he is a dinosaur, and Man United needs something more tactical than Steve Holland. All right, that's what I would say. This is why he hasn't got a big job since Chelsea. What, you know? And that we have to look at things realistically. If we're going to succeed, our standards need to be here, right? We can't just get Steve Holland because he's a good lad. He's a good lad. My wife doesn't even watch football. She said tactically England was shit against Italy. And guess who set England up for that Italy final? Guess who? Steve Holland. Steve Holland set us up. You know, and most managers, any coach in the world would have won that game. Italy haven't qualified for a tournament since. You know, they were there for the taking. 5 minutes to go. Steve Holland's it's just an old appointment. It's like old news. You know, Chelsea wouldn't look at him again. You know, no one will look at him apart from us. Why do we have to look at the dead wood? Why? You know? And not buying. Yeah, they're still looking at him, but I don't think we're going to get him at the moment. We are looking, and that's funny. We're looking at him, isn't it? I don't think we're going to get him. No, but Man United, I've got a team behind them right now that is sustainable. Sustain FC, basically keeping to a mediocre level there, right? And we get there. We were going to come top 4 anyway. I said it at the beginning of the season. The league is weak. We're going to come top 4. I said at the beginning of the season, scroll back. I said we're going to come up top 3. I said it. And we did. But next season's massive. You're going to see. Everyone's going to see, guys. Nowhere to hide next season. Nowhere to hide. Nothing there to hide. I pray it goes well. Fingers crossed. I'm a Man United fan. I want it to go well. I hope everyone succeeds. Because if they succeed, we all succeed together. I hope it goes well. Here's Iran. Iran have been incredibly good in this half, guys. Here's a chance for Iran. They can win it. Straight at the goalkeeper. It was a shot. It was straight at the goalkeeper in the end. 4 minutes to go. Big up everyone in the stream. Much love to you all for showing support this morning. I really love you guys. You are legends. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Please, guys, but do remember that tonight, Smashing Pumpkins, do remember that I'm live tonight for the massive game. I'm excited for this one. It is France against Senegal. Now, that is a proper game. France against Senegal. Join me for France against Senegal. But also, guys, join me for Breaking Dawn at 7 a.m. UK time as well. So join me for France against Senegal, but join me for Breaking Dawn UK time as well, guys, if you could do that for me. Absolutely. I've given you a link to the game later on, of course, the Watchalong. But I've got Breaking Dawn at 7 a.m. UK time, so don't forget to join me for that, guys. That'd be great. Big up. We've got about 2 minutes to go. 2-2. If anyone's going to win at the moment, it is Iran. And if Iran win this, they take charge of this group, guys. They take charge of this group. Iran win, they take charge of this group. To be honest with you, Iran deserved to win this second half. New Zealand have been awful this second half. They haven't turned up. They haven't been good enough this second half. It's a corner. The corner is going to be whipped in. Alien dude, we have great conversations on Stretford Post, you know. We do. You know, we have great conversations. I mean, it's good to have you here. We have a good conversations. A lot, you know, I've been wrong. Other people have been wrong. I've been right. Other people have been right. We've all chance. Oh my goodness me. That was a poor shot. But anyway, they still got it. Iran showing more intent at the moment. New Zealand not really in it at the moment. There's Iran who are dominating. But obviously, New Zealand can counterattack here. They've got to be careful, Iran. New Zealand, oh, they won it back. One minute to go. 1 minute. Gregory, clubs are willing to sell United, but less willing to receive separate payments and time. Clubs, yeah. Installment plan FC. Raja will probably end up 2-2 draw. It currently stands 2-2. Like, yeah, it's a good result. It's a good game. The group is wide open. 1 point each. Every team has 1 point. The group is wide open now. It is wide open now. But anyway, New Zealand have a chance here. Look, let's see how many time. Probably about 6 minutes added time. I would have thought 5-6 minutes added time. Hasn't been any real injuries, so I don't think there's going to be much time added on. Obviously, the water break, the water break we have to take into mind now. The hydration break, of course. Well, it's commercial break. It's what they're squeezing in those commercials. Absolutely. No one's going to agree and say it's still a great conversation. Yeah, Rajat, that's what we have on here. And everyone has a voice on Stretford Post. That's what it is. And, you know, fantastic community. It's growing day by day, you know, and it's great to have it. Those are fall off. But at the end of the day, we know what we want. We want a successful Man United. We want to be on there gloating, saying how great we are, how fantastic we are, taking a piss out of Arsenal, taking a piss out of Liverpool and Man City. That's what we want to be doing. That's what I want to do every single day. I want that. I want to come on and say, how you doing? Where's your title? Where's your Champions League? Where's it? I want to be like that. I want to be smug. It's been too long, guys. It's been too long. We really do need to start challenging. I don't want to kick the ball up the road 2028 and all that rubbish. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Prove to do it now. That's what they should do. You know, that's what I want to see. Back Carrick in the summer. Let's get it done. You know, let's challenge for this league. This league is not the best it's been, you know? That's what I would say. Out of throw. Yeah, 5 minutes of injury time. 5 minutes of injury time we got. We're into the 5 minutes. There's only 4 minutes left of the injury time. 5 minutes of injury time, guys, just to let you know. Hydration breaks because the various nutrition drinks and Coca-Cola advertise and water doesn't. In Italy, what happens, Gregory? I'm on Italian TV. They show adverts, lots of adverts. As soon as the hydration break happens, it's adverts. It's like NFL. It's like these, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make more money in the game. I don't mind too many hydration breaks, man. It stops start. It ruins the flow of the game. Football, the great thing about football is the flow. It's the flow of the game, you know? That's the great thing about football. Cross comes in, header. Straight at the goalkeeper from Wood. Straight at the goalkeeper. Chubby Checker. If they had an hydration break back in the 80s, some of the players would have had a smoke, cigarette, yeah, and a pint. But guys, look, if they want hydration breaks, can I just say something? How are we going to do hydration breaks in England? England's cold. Why do we need a hydration break? We're going to have coffee break, hot chocolate break. You know what I mean? Egg McMuffin break, latte break, cappuccino break. What we're going to have, because, you know, Horlicks break. I mean, it's cold in England. You can't have a hydration break. They can't do it in England. It's too cold. So they can't have a hydration break in England. So there you go. It's over. It won't work there. Unless they purposely heat up the stadiums. They purposely heat up the stadiums. Yeah, it slows down the game, Raja. It's not good for the game, and actually, it can cause injuries if you're not careful. You know, because you're stopping and stuff. You know what I mean? That's it. Zayad, one answer. Yes, very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. Considering what Man United needs, Zayed, is very underwhelming. It's not good enough. Fernandez and Edison is underwhelming. A left back, Man United need a right back, Man United need a backup striker, Man United probably need another centre back. We need a backup goalkeeper now because the 2 goals to leave him. Vidic's going to leave. Fernandez is a young player. We can't put pressure on him. We're going to lose Casemiro, who's experienced, one of the best, and we're going to replace him with Martez Fernandez. Chance from Iran. Oh, close. How can you replace Casemiro with Edison and Mateus Fernandez? You know, that's not good enough. I know you can't replace Casemiro, but you need to bring in someone of an element of experience, someone with a bit of know-how. You know what I mean? It's not good enough. We need 2 players for every position. You know that. We're in the Champions League, FA Cup, and League Cup next season. About 30 seconds left of the game, guys. When they take away the flow of the game, they take away the beauty of the game. It's true, Gregory. You said it there, spot on. I agree. To worry about our window. We should be worried. Imagine Spurs going by Tonali. Spurs not even in Champions League. They're not even in Europe, and they're going to buy Tonali, and we can't afford him. Come on. Wake up and smell the coffee. It's mad, isn't it? That's exactly what happened, Zayed. Yes. It happened under Jose Mourinho. It happened on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Same thing. Because you know why? They think we're good enough. They have it in their head that we're good enough when we're not. And they don't realize that Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Arsenal are going to improve. They're going to sign players. They're going to improve and get further away from us. They don't understand that. If Tottenham sign Tonali, they're going to improve. They've got De Zerbi. They might have a good season next season. They might take one of the places. This is what we have to understand, you know? Tanasi, Senesi, Van Heck in 1 week. That's what we're talking about. That is proper business. And they're not even in Europe, bruv. They're not even in Europe. Full time, guys. Iran 2. New Zealand 2. Great game of football, guys. Fantastic game of football. Really enjoyed that. Really, really enjoyed that. 2-2, guys, in this game. Fabulous game. Really, really enjoyed that. Iran would feel a little bit aggrieved. They should have won in the second half. I feel they've done very well in the second half. However, a 2-2 draw is fair, and we move on, guys. It is 1 apiece in every single team in the group. 4 teams on 1 point. It's all to play for. Well played to Iran. And well played to New Zealand as well. Contributed well in the game. New Zealand had some good play. But Iran absolutely look a good team. Phil Mateus Fernandez has some attributes and João Neves. And yes, he does. But we can't rely on him. We can't say just have Mateus Fernandez and put him in the team. You know? We can't do that. You know, we have to. It's a lot of pressure on him. We need experience. It's a great game, Antoine. Liverpool and Diomande, Wharton and right back, exactly. United need Anson Tchouameni as a proper, yeah, they do. It is quite a great World Cup. Rajat, it's all right. It's not as good as the last World Cup, but it's all right. I think the Qatar one was better. I think the quality in this World Cup is pretty poor, I'll be honest. But there's been a couple of good games, but yesterday's game was pretty boring. But we had a 0-0 Verdi, of course. But yeah, the best World Cup for me was 98, by the way. That's my best World Cup. But it's 2-2 anyway. It was a good game, guys. I want to thank everyone for joining me. Smash a like on the way out, guys. If you guys could do that for me, that'd be fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I'll be back later on for Breaking Dawn. Don't forget to join me. I'm going to make a few phone calls. I'm going to find out the latest and the greatest in regards to Man United. We're going to get some news around Man United. And yeah, let's see what happens, guys. And let's see if Man United can do some business. It is a very tight group, this one. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you for Breaking Dawn a bit later on in a couple of hours. Have a good one. I'm going to have a nice hot coffee. Big up yourselves. Take it easy. Peace.